Hi, this is Lauren Baker with Search Engine Journal here at Pubcon 2015 in Las Vegas. With me, I have Casey Markee from MediaWise and Search Engine News.
Lauren, always a pleasure to be here.
It's great to have you in the SEJ booth, Casey.
Awesome. 2 years in a row, so I really appreciate you cutting a couple other people
it's a trend.
to fit me in.
So let's start out with the serious stuff first. Our fantasy football league.
Correct.
Somehow you're 4-0 and I'm 0-4. What happened there?
Well, my team turned down the Watt. Is currently doing extremely well.
Okay.
I wish I could play Lauren every week. I cannot do that. But I have been very fortunate. Lauren has had some unsuspecting injuries.
A lot. Especially
in
the past week. Right now, lost Steve Smith Sr., which hurts me on a fantasy level and a reality level.
Now, I lost. Okay, I think I was smart enough to draft Tom Brady. I think Tom Brady is my quarterback. He was on a bye, and I played
our
Tyrone
draft was right after
Taylor.
the ruling, too, so you know he
That's
was going to be
right.
around.
That's right.
My
so we
strategy this year, which backfired, was not drafting running backs in the early rounds because there's so many teams that use dual running backs.
Correct.
And they get hurt, they get older. It's always like the next man up style scenario. So it backfired. And I took Andrew Luck first round, and he was out last week.
That is correct. That's correct. I took C.J. Anderson and Ronnie Holman, and I believe that both of them have done terribly. But even in spite of that, I've managed to somehow eke out some victories, mostly because I'm drafting, I'm drawing through the waiver wire on a weekly basis, so that certainly helps.
Yeah, it's a good
it
thing
also
to
helps
monitor.
when your defense scores 18 points, which has happened
twice. It is
twice.
nice. I have Buffaloes, so one week they're good, 1 week not so much.
Go Carolina.
All righty. So you're presenting on iBeacons later
Correct.
today and some other types of
this morning,
localization and alert formats. So tell me more about that and what are you doing there?
My presentation is on wearables marketing, specifically iBeacons, things like Google Eddystone, Apple iBeacon, Facebook beacons, and we're talking about the rise of hyperlocal marketing. Basically, these beacons have the ability to kind of just change considerably local SEO as a general topic.
Gotcha.
Basically, if you've got, if you're in a very competitive niche and you have a pizzeria, and there's 3 pizzerias in your neighborhood, the one that deploys these beacons and is able to target their clientele with these local, personalized hyper offers, they're going to be the more successful in the long run.
Yep, gotcha.
And it's really cool with the Eddystone because Eddystone really came about because Google went out and found out all of the deficiencies of iBeacon. Mainly because, it was proprietary and it only worked on iDevices. And
which is a very Google thing to do. It kind of mirrors what they did with launching Android, right?
So, and they went out and realized, hey, these things about iBeacon really suck. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to offer you something that's open source, something that has more capabilities, something that uses ephemeral identifiers to have unique targeting so that you can actually track assets or inventory or... in your case, you probably could have used them to find some wide receivers because that certainly would have helped you in week 3. But, it's just one of those things where if you are not using beacons or BLE, Bluetooth-enabled beacon technology isn't on your radar, it really should be because it's going to be the next
anyone ever have their Bluetooth turned off anymore?
That's the thing. No one does. So basically, you could be walking through, and I was surprised that I didn't see anyone here using beacons just to target people as they were walking by their booth. I've been seeing that more and more, and with the Eddystone, it makes it so easy because it's built right into the notifications functionality.
The amazing thing about Google, too, is they're actually targeting 2 phones. Right? So you have your Android device users, and then your users of Google Now or other Google apps, which I am, right? Now, I was telling you earlier, it totally freaks me out whenever I go to the supermarket, get in the car. It tells me how long it takes to get home from there.
That's right.
Because Google knows I'm at the supermarket. I might have some ice cream in the back or something like that.
Yes.
So if it's a 10-minute trip, I'm doing okay. 25 minutes, not so much.
And that's really the most amazing thing about it is it's kind of a concierge level of marketing.
It is.
If you are a retailer who hasn't embraced these beacons yet, think about what it is in your industry that there is a need for. And you could use beacons to fill that need. And it's going to allow you to stand out significantly.
So remember about 10 years ago when behavioral targeting and remarketing was so controversial because of privacy, like actually targeting consumers based upon their web browsing habits. Now it's commonplace. I would imagine that the rollout of beacons, like why Google's testing the drive home, is testing whether responsiveness and openness of the user at the end of the day. Because The thing is, you don't want to be so fast to market that you're actually discouraging people from coming to your establishment.
Yeah,
how do you balance that?
No one wants to be overwhelmed with notifications. I don't want to be able to pick up my phone and have 20 notifications on it.
Oh,
you know, there's in the
nightmare.
presentation that I did this morning, you know, we provided some examples of the Portland Mass Transit Authority was one of the first ones to roll out an Eddystone case where they equipped all 76 light rail stations they have with these Eddystone beacons. So people would walk up, the beacons would recognize where they were, and the Google Now notification stream would send them a note saying, hey, we recognize that you're close to one of our rail stations. Oh, by the way, here's an arrival and departure schedule about the next train that's coming.
Amazing.
So as long as you can, you know, as long as the notifications are timely and relevant, I think they'll be successful.
Great. So Casey, where can we find you online? Where can SEJ viewers find you online?
You can find me at MediaWise. That's MEDIAWYSE. And that's on Twitter, and that's on Pinterest, and that's also on Facebook.
Great.
And also connect with me on LinkedIn. Could always use some more spam.
Or on sports.yahoo.com.
Sports.yahoo.com. Find Turn Down the Watt, currently at the top of the rankings. I'm sure that my winning streak will
we're
come
only
to
4 weeks in.
Only 4 weeks in, but it's a very important 4 weeks in. I don't know if Lauren has told you, but basically at 0-4, his chances of making the playoff are about 3%.
I mean, that's just fire sale.
That's not me. That's Yahoo Fantasy telling him this, okay?
That's data and numbers.
That's data analysis. You got to look at the numbers. Got to look at the numbers.
Excellent.
Now we'll do a trade though later.
Yeah, we'll figure something out. We get it past the commish. Again, this is Lauren Baker here at the SEJ booth at Pubcon Vegas 2015 with Casey Markee. Thanks again, Casey.
Lauren, thanks for having me. Thanks, everyone.
Always good.
Swinging in for me.
Yeah, literally just got in, so thanks. It's great to be here.
So, you know, head of publisher communications, something that I think people have really wanted for a long time, but still kind of vague on exactly what that is with you. I know it's a new role. What is it exactly is the head of publisher?
The SEJ Summit is one of the better conferences I attended. The speakers were fantastic. The weather here has been amazing. I mean, this location, the hotel.
The thing I'm really liking about the SEJ Summit is the 3 takeaways structure.
Yes.
I'm leaving with way more.
I also like the single session format for conferences.
I agreed to be a speaker here because I think above all else, the quality of people who attend the meeting, there's something to be said about the fact that you can't just pay to come here. It's by invitation only.
What I've